Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
अथापि उपायो मम देवि चिन्तयः सन्तोषितस्य व्रतचार्य याते ममार्चनं नारति गन्तुमन्यथा श्रद्धानुरूपफलहेतुकत्वात्. Yet because I have been satisfied by the activities of your woe, O goddess Aditi, I must find some means to favor you, for worship of me never goes in vain, but certainly gives a desired result according to what one deserves. Okay. So this is Kashyapa Muni and Aditi going on. And what is Aditi doing? She is asking Krishna to help her. And Krishna is saying, okay, let me find some means. Actually, seeing God, she should not have asked all this. When you see God, you don't ask some material plans. Correct? We don't ask God for some kind of a facility, just like she is asking. There was no need for us to for her to ask for some facility like this. You seeing God, she should have said, how can I become a pure devotee? Okay? So first thing that she should not have asked for difficult. Somebody else could have done that. Okay, she should not have done that. But she is doing. And that shows that there is some kind of immaturity in her. She could have asked my son Indra and me and all the family members, can we come back to you, my Lord? But she asked for material facility. Can we rot some time more in this world? She is not convinced that there is no happiness in this world. Correct? We should be convinced that there is no happiness in this world. Isn't it? It's important. It's a very important step in spiritual life. We should be totally convinced there is just no happiness in the material existence. If otherwise, we will use a lot to plan and give us some facility. And Krishna is satisfied. But actually a devotee should not hanker. Yesterday we were discussing the hankering in the night. What are we hankering actually? That's very important. So our hankering should be spiritual. Our hankering should be, Prabhupada said we should hanker, can I see Krishna? That should be our hankering. I want to see Krishna. I want to see Krishna. Correct? That should be our hankering. But what is the problem? Our hankering is something material. So then this is not going to help. Now, and then when the Lord hears, said, okay, I'll still solve. Because we discussed akama sarvo kama. Whatever desire you have, better still go. So she said, I will solve it. Not a problem. But then now, situation is very complicated. Because Bali Maharaj is protected by the Brahmanas, by the blessing of the Brahmanas. So what can he do? So he's in a difficult position. Krishna said, I'll find a way out. And Krishna said, don't worry. And Krishna can solve any problem. There is just not one thing Krishna cannot solve. So Krishna decides, then everything is possible. Sometimes we think our problem is very big, there is no solution. Krishna knows solution of every problem. He knows how to adjust things. So Krishna made the big drama of that. Just like Narsimha Rupa, it does so much drama. Here also again drama, going like a Brahmana as a small boy, asking for 3 specks of land. There was one more, no? When Shiva got problem. Shiva took a Bhasmasura, one benediction. Then anybody touches the Bhasmasura did some tapasya, Ghangor tapasya. And क्या आशीर्वाद लिया? कोई मेरा सिर, मैं किसी का सिर छू दूं वो राख हो जाए. So he said, okay. Shiva said, my God, what kind of benediction this demon wants. Okay, take. He is very kind, take. And then he said, no, I want to touch on your head first. So Shiva got into trouble now. And he was in trouble by his own benediction. Prabhupada said he has such kind of devotees. Vishnu does not have such kind of devotees. Vishnu devotees are all pure. They don't do such drama. And then he ran all around the universe and he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know what to do. He's running everywhere. So then he prayed to Krishna, please save me. So Krishna said, okay, why you give such benedictions? Then he came. And he came as a small boy again. And he came to Lord Shiva. You know the story? He came to Lord Shiva and he said, he came to Bhasmasura. What happened? Whom you are searching? You look so tired. Where is Shiva? I want to touch my hand on his head. Okay, but who gave you benediction? Shiva. He is a madman. Nothing works. Really. Try. It doesn't work. And he put on his head and he died. So Krishna knows how to play around. Therefore Prabhupada says, if you try to cheat Krishna, Krishna will cheat you in such a way that you will go in circles. True? Like Kauravas are trying to cheat Pandavas. Krishna cheated them in such a way they are finished. Pandavas are very simple. They were totally helpless devotees of Krishna. And Kauravas are making a fool out of them. Then it's Krishna cheated them in such a way, they went in circles and everything was finished. Everything was finished. All of them died finally. Isn't it? Krishna protects the devotees. So devotees therefore are very conscious and very careful. In this line, the thought we are developing, devotees should be very careful to be sincere. Let us not try to cheat Krishna. We should be very sincere and serious. Then everything else is over. Krishna is sitting in the heart. He knows your problem. He knows what to do. Just like I was discussing some time ago, you keep some time to chant Krishna's name. So you are giving your attention to Krishna. Krishna is also giving attention to you. And when Krishna is giving attention to you, it includes everything about you. Not that Krishna is, only sees at your face. It doesn't see your life. It doesn't see your activities. He sees everything. He sees your body. He sees your mind. He sees your karma. He sees your desire to serve him. He sees your all offenses. Krishna is seeing everything. Krishna's vision is very wide. And then Krishna starts thinking. And Vardhanam, everything Krishna makes auspicious. Just like Aditi has gone to Krishna, even though she has gone in the material problem, Krishna is saying, coming to me cannot go in vain. You will be taken care of. Do not worry. Even though this should not have been the best way to ask, but does not matter. Your coming to me will not go in vain. I'll take care of it. Even though it's difficult. I think that was one part. And the second part is Prabhupada's favorite. He doesn't lose an opportunity to kick 3 atheistic philosophies. Miller theory, Darwin theory, Big Bang theory. ये 3 नास्तिक चीज है. जितना इसको मारोगे उतना spiritual advancement होगा. Once devotee Prabhupada was talking to devotees, he said all the scientists are rascals. The problem is you're not convinced. He's telling, and I'm convinced. They're all rascals. Don't talk about them. All rascals. Prabhupada says, you're not convinced. Because why you're not convinced? Because they are sitting on atheism. Their fundamental theory is such nonsense. Prabhupada said, more you kick these theories, more you'll advance in spiritual life. So in the mind, actually, we have been from childhood brainwashed by this atheism. Brainwashed. Bachpan se. So we have to be very clear, and Prabhupada taking opportunity here. He says Lord Vishnu was getting born not by the secretion of the male and female Kashyapa and his wife. Nothing to do with that. Krishna has nothing to do with all that. Correct? Supreme God is away from all that. Not only then Prabhupada continues Supreme God, even Atma has nothing to do with all this. Nowadays they say, I am the lucky sperm which hit the ovum. Every media, TV, newspaper, everything they keep telling us. Sir, nothing happens by accident. And neither I am the sperm, neither I am the ovum. I am Atma. When the body is suitable, body is ready, I took that body. But also because of Devi Maya, by the will of the Lord, I identify with that body. And I get covered by the three modes which harass me and drag me whole life. That's the reality. But I have nothing to do with all this. This all arrangement, elaborate arrangement made by Krishna for my material enjoyment. But actually I am away from this all thing. Paro api te. When Vedavyasa also in meditation saw, is the soul is totally transcendental to material nature and unnecessarily suffering the material tribulation. And he can come out of all this unnecessary suffering. Bhakti yogena manasi. If he takes to devotion service, he can very soon come out of all the problems of devotion service. Lokas ajanataha vidvans chakre satvatam sammita. What is the first line of this? Lokas ajanataha vidvans chakre satvatam sammita. Anartha upakamam shashat bhakti yoga adhokshaje. Vedavyasa was instructed by Narada to please sit down in meditation. So he sat down and he could see the truth in devotion. And his total maturity, he wrote the Bhagavatam. Before writing Bhagavatam, this is the meditation he got. Bhakti yogena manasi samyak pranihite amale. With devotion, he saw the Supreme Lord. Apashyat purusham purnam maya tatapashayam. He saw the Supreme Personality Godhead and Maya under his total control. Then second verse and then third verse. The last verse he says something very significant. And he says something very beautiful. What is that? He says, Anartha upsamam shakshat bhakti yoga adokshajam. He says, my Lord, Anartha upsamam shakshat. All the unwanted desires, upashamam, can be removed. Bhakti yoga adhokshaje, by devotion to the Supreme Lord. Anartha upashamam shakshat bhakti yogam adhokshaje lokas ajanataha vidvan chakra samvita. He says people are not aware that all their problems can be solved by devotion service. People are not aware of that. So what does he do? He gives. Vedavyasa out of karunaya, out of great compassion. Just like we were hearing yesterday life of Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada. He acted whole life out of, that's a Vaishnava. He acted whole life out of compassion. Out of compassion he writes all the Vedic literature. Their life is made like that. So beautiful life. The life of the Acharyas is nothing but compassion. Out of compassion he is acting. Out of compassion he is teaching. So Prabhupada, don't think that Prabhupada had some problem in some kind of a Muni having problem with another Muni. No. He actually, Shri Shri Radha Govinda ki. So he actually saw. Srila Prabhupada actually saw that people are suffering because of these wrong teachings given in the society. Prabhupada could actually see that. Prabhupada could see that actually they are being led astray. Therefore Prabhupada created one institute also to take them to task. Prabhupada said, let it not be that we are only known to chant Hare Krishna. No, we can take all these people to task and challenge them on the face. You are teaching nonsense. Prabhupada said that actually. He said, let it not be that people know this movement only for chanting Hare Krishna. No. They very much clearly know this is the movement which can actually challenge the wrong theories which are actually confusing the innocent mass of public. Okay? So this is actually a mass confusion, mass scam, that somehow I am just an accidental combination of two secretions. I am not that. I am paro api manyate. I am transcendental to all this. I am the spirit soul. I am servant of Krishna. Okay? And if I engage in devotion service, my life will be perfect. Vedavyasa knew that. And therefore he wrote the Bhagavatam literature. So here Kashyapa Muni instructed Aditi, you do this. She did. She saw the Lord. She went into ecstasy seeing the beautiful form of the Lord. And after seeing the beautiful form of the Lord, she offered her prayers. And Vishnu said, don't worry, I know what you want. I'll solve it. It's difficult bit. Your request is little difficult, but I'll solve it. Don't worry, I'll come as your son. And now you worship your husband because I'm going to come within his heart. Actually, and from his heart I'll come to you. Correct? That's how I actually come. This all secretion is external. And actually Krishna has nothing to do. When Atma has nothing to do, what Krishna has to do with matter? Krishna is totally transcendental. I'll take birth in your womb. Then I'll be born in this world as your son. And I will do the needful and solve your situation. Okay? So this is very wonderfully explained here in the Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is actually the most transcendental literature. Bhagavatam is also called as Amala Purana, the purest of Purana. Okay? So there we are being encouraged. And another thing which I said so many days, this is what we can say, this is success story. Success stories for all of us. Within 12 days, Aditi saw Krishna. Just 12 days. If we sincerely engage in devotion service, what 12 days? One moment we can see Krishna. Somebody asked this famous question, I said so many times. Prabhupada, how much time does it take for an ordinary living entity to become pure? Prabhupada said, 1 moment. No, Prabhupada, general class of people like us in the society, how many years it will take to become purified? Prabhupada said, you don't read Bhagavad Gita? 1 moment. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvama sarvapapebhyo mokshishami masachaha. Okay, so we should be convinced of this. I was thinking I can make a whole presentation on all this Miller and Darwin. That will be some other day. Actually, this is the favorite pleasure we get in banging these theories logically with all sense, so that people are actually locked. Many people want to serve Krishna, but they are locked. Unnecessarily they are locked into this. These theories become some kind of a wall. Actually, we have no interest. We are convinced. We do not have to take a certificate from scientists that life has come from chemicals or life is independent. We don't need. Why? Because we have our own process. Vedas are complete in itself. This science is only 200, 300 years ago. Correct? So it is not that within the science we have to ask them how the people are understanding all this thing previously. People are not understanding all this thing previously through science. The science did not exist also. They are not fools. Because Veda, they have their own process. They give you chant Hare Krishna, you can understand. You read Shastra, you can understand. There is a process. Okay? So we do not need help from the scientists to surrender to Krishna. We do not need. But they have created confusion in society. And because of the confusion they have created in the society, we have sometimes to learn what confusion they have done and we counter it. It's like if I am studying what is the Miller theory or Darwin theory, it is not that I have to, that will make my faith yes or no. No, I have nothing to do with it. But for mass, I need to do because this is misleading them. I have to know where these theories have taken them. Therefore, I have to preach so that people can understand and they are not misled. Okay? And basically, our role is we break the wall. There is a wall which is blocking people's faith in Krishna. We break the wall. And then, after that, to advance in Krishna consciousness, there is no more need of any discussion of the theories. Now let him chant Hare Krishna. Now let him read what Vamana Leela will come now very soon. Let him read that and enjoy hearing the pastime of Vamana. Okay? Srila Prabhupada ki, Srimad Bhagavatam ki.
International Society for Krishna Consciousness or ISKCON propagates Yuga Dharma of chanting of Mahamantra Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, introduced by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at Mayapur near Kolkata 500 years ago. Furthering this cause, Srila Prabhupada established ISKCON in 1966 in New York, USA. A group of devotees led by His Grace Namanishta Das came to Mangalore to propagate the message of Srila Prabhupada. Mangalore being temple city, people are pious and God-fearing, have welcomed Krishna consciousness wholeheartedly. ISKCON Mangalore established worship of Sri Sri Radha Govind at Nantur. Since then, this temple has been the epicenter of spiritual activities in and around Mangalore. The center itself follows a strict routine of pujas and offerings to the deities, their lordship Sri Sri Radha Govind. Mangalore being an educational hub, youth from all over India throng this city, which opens a vast opportunity to educate them in ancient spiritual knowledge and inculcate in them Vedic values. Devotees from ISKCON Mangalore are traveling all the colleges, and the students are very much appreciative and are vastly benefited. ISKCON Radha Govind Temple Mangalore is organizing many youth festivals and spiritual pilgrimages. Thousands of Bhagavad Gita and other Vedic literatures are being distributed among the youth community. Radha Govind Temple has been organizing public festivals like Janmashtami, Gaura Purnima, Ramanavami, Narasimha Jayanti in large scale, where thousands of people participate and get benefited spiritually. Our beloved spiritual master Srila Prabhupada have left us with wonderful treasure in the form of his books. His books have transformed the life of millions of people around the world. These books are available in all languages of the world, and ISKCON today is the world's largest publisher of Vedic books. ISKCON Mangalore has been distributing these books to the public of Mangalore via door-to-door campaigns, stalls in temple festivals, and through Sankirtan van. Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam classes are being telecasted in local TV channels and are also available on YouTube. ISKCON Radha Govind Temple Mangalore welcomes you all to come and participate in various spiritual activities and be benefited. You are also invited to come and taste the spiritual atmosphere and interact with the devotees by staying in the temple premises for few days. Hare Krishna. To receive daily classes right on your mobile, please WhatsApp to 8383855114. You can also join video conference on weekends by contacting the above number. Our website www.iskonmangaluru.com. Hare Krishna.